Till now we have studied all about the various organs of the plant, their structure, arrangement and function. Now we will start with the types of flowers. Now the flower classification has been based on the basis of various characters. For example, first, on the basis of presence of whorls. On this basis, flowers can be of two types. A. Complete. In this type, all the four whorls, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, are present. On the contrary, the second type, that is incomplete flower, in this type, any of the four whorls, that is either calyx, corolla, androecium or gynoecium, are absent, then such a type is known as incomplete flower. As it can be seen from the figure, the complete flower have all the four whorls of the parts and incomplete lacks one of them. Now the second base of classification is presence of reproductive organ of the flower. On this basis, the flower can be of two types. A. Unisexual, in which either of the two reproductive organs, that is either androecium or gynoecium, is present. On the contrary, the second type, bisexual, in this type, both reproductive organs, that is androecium and gynoecium, are present. Thus, in bisexual, both male and female flower are present, but in unisexual, either male or female flower is present. For example, this figure shows the unisexual flower, that is, these are the female flowers of the papaya plant. On the contrary, hibiscus is the example of bisexual flower, where both male and female parts are located. Third base of classification is on the basis of symmetry. On this basis, the flowers can be of two types, either actinomorphic, that is, the flower in which it can be divided into two equal halves along any longitudinal plane. Example, hibiscus or Datura. And the second type is zygomorphic. This is a type in which flower can be divided into two equal halves along a single longitudinal plane. Example, rose and caselpania. These figures describe the actinomorphic type of flower in which the symmetry is equal along any longitudinal plane. On the contrary, in zygomorphic, the flower can be divided into two equal halves along a single longitudinal plane passing through the central axis. Fourth type of classification base is on the basis of presence of number of component members in all worlds. On this basis, the flower can be divided into two types. First is isomerous. In this, the number of component members in each one is same. For example, in isomerous flower, if there are three number of petals, then the number of stamens, carpels and the rest sepals would also be three in number. On this basis, the number of component members, isomerous flowers are further of three types. First is trimerous, in which the number of component members in each whorl is 3. Second is tetramerous, in which the number of component members in each whorl is 4. Fifth, that is pentamerous, in which the number of component members in each whorl is 5. These figures indicate the trimerous, tetramerous and pentamerous flowers. This figure depicts the trimerous tulipa flower. This is a tetramerous with flower which is known as white correa, and this flower is of money plant, which is pentamerous in nature. And the second type of flower, which is classified on the basis of number of whorls, component members in each whorl, is heteromerous. In this type, the flower contains different numbers or maybe varying shapes and sizes of the component members of the four whorls. Example of this type of flower is coriander. This figure depicts the bracteate and ebracteate flower. Then the sixth base of classification is on the basis of position of the ovary. On this basis, the flower can be divided into three types: hypogynous, perigynous, and epigynous. As it can be seen from the figure, these three figures depict all three types: hypogynous, perigynous, and epigynous. Now, as it can be seen from the figure, in hypogynous, the ovary is located superior or above the thalamus. In perigynous, the location of ovary and thalamus is same, and in epigynous, the ovary is located beneath the thalamus. The first type is hypogynous flower. Here, the thalamus, that is this, becomes conical and large shaped. Above which ovary is located. Thus, ovary here is superior and occupies the highest position. Example: China rose and mustard. Second type is perigynous. In this type, the thalamus becomes flat and ovary is located in the center or occurs in center, and therefore ovary here is known as semi-inferior ovary. Other whorls of the flower are located on the rim of thalamus. Example of this type is rose and caesalpinia. The third and final type is epigynous. In this type, the thalamus, that is the green portion, envelops the ovary, and therefore here ovary is known as inferior ovary. The other three whorls present in these type of flower are located above the ovary. Example of this type of flower is sunflower and cucumber.